and welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy. Where in the last episode, we explored the first two brand new galaxies in the engine room, those being the Gold Leaf Galaxy and Bonefin Galaxy. And this is where we are going to be once again returning to the engine room to explore another new galaxy. We're only going to be doing one galaxy this episode because the only reason we did two last time is because Gold Leaf Galaxy is kind of short, so I figured we'd knock out a second smaller galaxy in the process so we could do more in the episode. And apparently I was having some troubles wall jumping our way up here, but no matter. Now we can warp our way up to the engine room and once again step inside to explore another big brand new galaxy. And what is that galaxy going to be, you may ask? Well, I'll say this much: if you're a fan of Beach Bowl, you'll probably be a fan of this galaxy too. And that is Sea Slide Galaxy. Let's tackle going after Guppy. Okay, so for our first big mission of Sea Slide Galaxy, what does Captain Toad have to say? Can we talk to Captain Toad? There we go.
So that's the hooligan that's been causing trouble. Yeah, well, I'll teach him.
So, Guppy's been causing trouble around here in the Sea Slide Galaxy, so let's see if we can go deal with him. So we're going to swim our way over to Guppy and see what he has to say.
Now, who do we have here? You some friend of those penguins? Let's get something clear here, Landwalker. The sea's mine, see? If you want it back, show some gills and make it through 8 rings.
So in order to return the Sea Slide Galaxy to its rightful owners, which are the penguins, we need to successfully swim through all 8 of Guppy's rings, and it's really not that hard to do. I recommend you grab this shell right here, because the shell allows you to constantly swim so that you can focus solely on actually aiming, so that you can make sure you get through the rings, and you don't have to worry about constantly shaking the Wii Remote to swim forward. And as long as you stay close to Guppy, all the rings are in really obvious places. It's really not that hard to do. If you want, you can also collect some Starbits, which are around all the rings, but beyond that, I don't really have any tips for you, because it's basically impossible to actually miss the rings. Oh dear God. Okay, well, I guess I can say what happens if that happens. If you lose your shell, don't worry. You still can catch up by just shaking the remote as fast as you possibly can. You'll have to worry about air if you do that, but, I mean, still not that big of a deal, because there's another shell waiting for us right over here, so that we can pick it up. There's ring number 3. Only 2 more to go. As you can see, there's also, don't let this scare you. It looks like it's gonna crush you, but it's not. It won't crush you. You're safe to go through it. Last ring coming up ahead. There's red shells scattered all throughout the galaxy, so you don't really have to worry about losing your shell. But that's the last ring right there. So, there's our Power Star. Yep, it's that simple. Just swim through all the rings, and the Power Star is ours. You got a star, going after Guppy, Sea Slide Galaxy, 71 Power Stars. High score updated to 1 coin. You increase your Starbit count to 2,779. Save your game. No, because we still have more Power Stars collecting substances, so let's go ahead and once again return to Sea Slide Galaxy. And ooh, the Cosmic Comet has decided to make itself known early this time. Alright then. Let's tackle Underwater Cosmic Mario Race. Well, pretty self-explanatory. We just gotta race Cosmic Mario, except this time we have to swim. There is a little bit of walking towards the end, but it's mainly just an underwater race. So, not too bad. Again, I'm not gonna go for the head start because I can never get it right, but if you can do it, then more power to you. But something to keep in mind is that using the shell makes this very, very easy. Just grab the shell, and swim forward. It's also basically required because, as you'll notice, the Cosmic Mario does also grab the shell. So if you don't have the shell, you're basically guaranteed to lose because you will, by default, be moving slower than the Cosmic Mario. So you need to go through all the rings. You need to constantly have a shell on you, and if you do those things, you'll be pretty well off in the underwater section. And as soon as you get above land, you want to shake to get rid of the red shell so that you can long jump your way forward and go around the bend, because just around here, your power star is waiting for you. Very, very easy. You got a star, Underwater Cosmic Mario Race, Sea Slide Galaxy, 72 power stars. You increase your star count to 2,791. Save your game. No, because we still have more power stars collecting to us, so let's go ahead and once again return to Sea Slide Galaxy. And tackle faster than a speeding penguin. Welcome to the galaxy. Okay, so once again, you guessed it, we're going to be swimming underwater, but this time, it's because it's a race. So let's talk to this guy right here. We got a penguin race starting here soon. One in? Sure. Alright, the race is on. Yep, so basically we just have to beat all the other penguins in an underwater race. And as usual, because we have a red shell to our advantage, this is going to be very easy, because the red shell allows us to move much faster than, or I guess not much faster, but still faster than the penguins so that we can stay ahead of them. Again, it's really not that hard. We've been doing the exact same thing for the past 2 missions in a row. Just use the shell to your advantage to swim as fast as you can to the end. Also make sure you swim into the bubbles to replenish your air supply. And so long as you don't lose the shell and you don't run into any walls or anything like that, you will have no problem whatsoever staying ahead of the penguins and getting to the end long before the best time, which is 1.5 minutes. The only advice I have is that at the very end, there is a little section where you could get disoriented as to where you have to go. But don't worry, I will direct you in the right direction once we get to that place. But basically, don't go above water for any reason. You want to always stay below the water because the finish line is down here. It's the finish line is not above water. So you wanna constantly stay down here, swim as fast as you can thanks to the shell. And that's about all I have to say. Really nothing too complicated. It's the same swimming mechanics as the past two. Oh dear. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We still have time. All we gotta do is just grab the shell right here. There's the finish line right there. Don't go above land. It's tempting, but don't do it. You want to stay here. And if you go through the finish line, you will finish with 15 seconds to spare. No problem. 1 minute 15 seconds, 48 milliseconds. Nice. Here's your gold medal, champ. And of course, the gold medal is a power star. You got a star, faster than a speeding penguin, Sea Slide Galaxy, 73 power stars. High score updated to 3 coins. You increase your star count to 2,804. And a hungry Luma has appeared. Save your game. No, because we still have more power stars collecting, so let's go ahead and once again return to Sea Slide Galaxy. And tackle the silver stars of Sea Slide. Welcome to the galaxy. Okay, so before we tackle any of the silver stars, we're actually going to go after a hidden star. And to do that, we're going to swim out here to this island right here and grab the bee mushroom that's waiting for us, like so. Then we're going to float our way up on top of this cloud right over here. You want to tap the A button to make sure you have enough air time to actually make our way up on top here. Then we'll float our way over in this direction. And by the way, you can get over here without using bee mushroom, but it helps because I'm kind of sick of swimming underwater because of the past 3 missions. We've just been swimming underwater. So, you know, I figured it'd be a little bit more fun to float our way over there using the bee mushroom. Like I said, not required, but it certainly does help. But what is required is that we need to collect a lot of star bits because the mission requires us to get star bits. So if you follow the path that I took and collect the star bits that I took, you will have enough. You only need 40 star bits. So once you have them, you want to head over here to the Hungry Luma, like so, and then feed the Hungry Luma all 40 of your star bits, like we were about to do right here. So yeah, if you just follow the path that I took, collect all the star bits that I did, you will have more than enough to feed this Hungry Luma, and you're probably going to recognize the planet it transforms into. Look familiar? Yep, it's the Hurry Scurry Galaxy planet, because why not, I guess. So just launch yourself over to this planet using the cannon. And now that what we're going to do is we are going to grab all the music notes around, and it helps to be B Mario here because you can actually float your way into the music notes without causing the platforms to start to disappear, which is going to be very helpful because we are going to have to return to some of these platforms soon because, as you can see, there's a lot more music notes this time than there were previously. So we may have to cross over certain sections of the planet that we crossed over previously to collect the music notes. So essentially, like right here, if we had been walking our way along this, we would have to just make the jump over this pit to cross between this section and this section to collect those music notes. We'd have to jump over that gap. Because we're B Mario, we don't have to worry about that. We can just float our way across to make it a little bit easier for us. Again, this isn't required, but it certainly does help to minimize the risks of falling into the black hole below you, because obviously you can, as B Mario, you can pick up the music notes without actually stepping on the platforms themselves. So, you know, that's certainly helpful to keep in mind. This is kind of tedious to have to, you know, float around the whole planet and collect all the music notes, but after you do that, the Power Star will be waiting for you at the very center, so don't worry about that. And then after this, all we'll have left to do is collect the Hidden Star. Sorry, not the Hidden Star. Collect the main Power Star for collecting all the Silver Stars. If we finish the Silver Star power-up quickly, we might actually be able to explore another galaxy in this episode. Who knows? Not making any promises. Depends on how fast we're able to get done with the Silver Star mission, but you never know. And we're almost done with music notes. Just a few more to go, and then we will be all set. I don't really need to float around anymore because those are the last set of music notes. And then from there on out, all we have to do is just drop our way inside the planet, and the Power Star is ours to collect. You got a Hidden Star. Hurry, he's hungry. Sea Slide Galaxy, 74 Power Stars. You increase your star count to 2,805. Save your game, and no, because we still have more Power Stars to collect in this episode, so let's go ahead and once again return to the Sea Slide Galaxy. And this time we'll actually tackle the Silver Stars of Sea Slide. Okay, now, as per the usual, we have 5 Silver Stars to collect, and the first one's going to be waiting for us right over there. So all we got to do is, once again, swim our way out to the island, which has the bee mushroom, collect said bee mushroom, and then we can just float our way up on top of the cloud like we did last time if I can get on top of the island, which appears to be proving rather difficult. There we go. Thanks for the bee mushroom. Now, if we get on top of this tree, we'll have an easier time floating up on top of this cloud, like so. And then we can use the airtime we gain from standing on top of the cloud to float on top of this right here and grab our first Silver Star. That's Silver Star number 1 of 5. Number 2 is going to be waiting for us over by the cannon, because you may have seen this when we launched off towards the Hurry Scurry planet. but if you didn't, then I'll be sure to point it out to you when we return here. There were two things we could launch ourselves towards. We can launch ourselves towards Captain Toad's ship, or we can launch ourselves towards the Hurry Scurry planet. We obviously chose the Hurry Scurry planet because we were going for the secret star, but now that we're going for the main star and in turn the silver stars, we're going to launch ourselves over to the right-hand side because our silver star is waiting for us right here. So let's launch yourself directly at the silver star, but after you launch yourself towards it, move your cursor over to one of the pole stars so that you can more easily save yourself after you collect it. So let's launch ourselves right here, grab the silver star, and then immediately pull yourself towards the pole star, drop yourself down, long jump out to this silver star right here, to send yourself back towards the main planet. That is silver star 2 of 5, only 3 more to go, and number 3 is waiting for us right on top of that palm tree right over there. So let's go ahead and float out to this island, and then on top of that tree, and we can get the silver star. Don't worry if you lose your bee mushroom anywhere between here and there, because there is another bee mushroom waiting for us over there, as you can see. Now then, let's head over here. Completely ignore this Koopa. It is of no use to us. I mean, we can use it to open that chest back there and get some starbits, but we're focusing on the silver stars for now. So what we're going to do is just stand on top of this block right here, jump up, and then float your way up on top of this tree. Stop here to replenish your air supply, float up again to grab the silver star. There we go. Then we want to jump into this sling star right here to launch ourselves back to the first area of the mission. And the reason we do this is because the remaining 2 silver stars are actually over here. So let's go ahead and float over towards this big tree, stopping at this rock right here to make things easier, then float on top of this right here. Ignore the spiders, head around to this side, like so. The 4 silver stars are going to be waiting for us at the very, very top of this tree. So let's go ahead and just make ourselves all the way up, make ourselves fly all the way up here. Turn around once again to float up to this point. Again, ignore all the spiders. They are of no consequence to us whatsoever. Float up one last time to get to the top, very, very top of the tree, and there's silver star number 4. Now for our last silver star, it's waiting for us all the way at the center of the galaxy. So let's float our way down onto this series of platforms right here. Jump onto this to shake the remote. Then jump into this to have it carry us all the way to the center. We have unfortunately lost our bee mushroom power-up, but we don't need it anymore, because now all we have to do is just long jump our way up here, long jump all the way to the top to grab silver star number 5 to create the power star. Then hop in the launch star to launch ourselves all the way back to where we started. Then jump on the sling star to launch ourselves back to the very beginning of the mission. And then collect the power star. You got a star, the silver stars of Sea Slide. Sea Slide Galaxy, 75 power stars. High score updated to 1 coin. You increase your starbit count to 2,845. Save your game? No, because now that I'm looking at the timer, we definitely have enough time to go do one more galaxy. But we're not going to do it inside the engine room. We're going to do it by visiting the Hungry Luma, which is going to be waiting for us all the way at the end of this little series of platforms right here. There he is, waiting for us. So let's go and feed the Hungry Luma, like so. Hey you, yeah you got any tasty starbits? Yep, of course we do. How many do you want? You want 1,000 starbits. Well, fortunately we have way more than enough to feed you up. Let's go ahead and feed all 1,000 starbits. And just so you know, you should have more than enough starbits if you've been following on with the walkthrough. But in case you don't, the best place to grind for starbits is in the Sling Pod Galaxy. So you can always return to the fountain and complete the Sling Pod Galaxy again to grind for more starbits. But either way, let's travel to the Sand Spiral Galaxy. And tackle choosing a favorite snack. Alright, so this galaxy is incredibly simple. The basic premise is when we get down there, we're going to have a choice to make. We can either choose between using the Boo Mushroom to get to the end of the tunnel, or the Bee Mushroom to get to the end of the tunnel. there's literally no choice to be made. You choose the boom mushroom every single time. Because yes, when you are Bee Mario, you don't have to worry about the lights. But trust me when I tell you that with how far apart the poles and platforms are, it is much easier to avoid the lights than it is to properly time your jumps and flights between the poles and the platforms. So trust me on this one. You take the boom mushroom every single time. If you've played the game before and you want to test yourself, like you want to give yourself a challenge, then sure, go for it. You can use Bee Mario to give yourself a little bit of an extra challenge. But if you're just trying to get through the level as quickly as possible, there's literally no reason to not use the boom mushroom at all. The only hard part I'd say is just avoiding the bubble cannons right here, but as long as you stay at the upper left, that's not even an issue whatsoever. Just dodge all the lights, land here, jump to the Sling Star, and you're good. It's really that easy. And then from there, all you have to do is just grab the Rainbow Star power-up, long jump your way across these platforms, like so. And from there, you can just make your way over to the center very easily, long jump out to this platform this planet right here, and grab the Power Star. Like I said, this galaxy is insanely easy. You got a star, choosing a favorite snack. Sand Spiral Galaxy, 76 power stars. Galaxy complete. High score updated to 1 coin. You increase your starboard count to 1,861. Save your game? Yes, because that will be it for this episode. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. We'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Super Mario Galaxy. Goodbye!